Hey everyone, this is Sunny Justice with It's a Crime and Shame. Now, of course, before we get started into this video with Byran Kohberger and the order sealing the grand jury witnesses, if you are not a subscriber of this channel, please consider subscribing and please consider giving this video a like and a share. Please hit that notification bell so that when we do put out a video or do a live that you get all the notifications. So let's get into it. So this is the state of Idaho versus Byran Christopher Kohberger, the defendant. The above matter having come before the court pursuant to the state's motion, the court having reviewed the same, being fully advised in the premises and good cause appearing. It is hereby ordered that the names of all witnesses examined before the grand jury be sealed. And then it just goes down into how it was delivered. Okay, so let's get into the actual paperwork here. So, motion to seal the grand jury witnesses. Now, comes now the state of Idaho by and through the Latah County prosecuting attorney and respectfully moves this court pursuant to Idaho Criminal Rules 6.2, 6.3, and 6.5 for an order sealing the names of all the witnesses examined before the grand jury herein. Now, in support, the state respectfully represents to the court that it has received numerous complaints from potential or prospective witnesses or their families and associates regarding being harassed both in person and via social media. The reports of harassment have included threats as well as what appears to be intimidation. Given this and the broad I always get this word wrong. Publicity. No, it's more like it doesn't roll off my tongue well. Publicity surrounding these proceedings, the state respectfully submits that releasing the names of the witnesses who appeared before the grand jury would invite additional harassment, intimidation, and possible threats, and undermine not only the integrity of the case, but the parties. So, the prospective rights to a fair trial with an impartial jury. So, wherefore the state respectfully prays that the court order that the names of all witnesses examined before the jury be sealed. The state has communicated with counsel for the defendant and been advised that they have no objection, with the understanding that the state and defense will be provided with an unredacted copy of the witness list, respectfully submitted on this day, the 17th of May of 2023, by William W. Thompson Jr., prosecuting attorney. All right, you guys. So I want to know what your guys' thoughts are on this. So I'm going to give my stance on this, and my personal opinion. Doesn't mean it's anybody else's. Well, I think in the true crime, we have definitely noticed, that obviously the community has been growing and growing and growing, and there's a lot of true crime that was in here long before I ever came around, and there'll be some long after. But we do know in a multitude of cases, Summer Wells, the Idaho case, whether it's any of these big cases especially, that there's always a lot of harassment going on to the people that can't seem to contain themselves by just acting in a proper fashion. And that's exactly why this stuff happens. It's just really, at the end of the day, it's too bad that it happens, but I'm actually glad that they aren't showing the witness list personally, because we all know that this stuff goes on. Simple as that. And I think if you or myself as an individual, and you knew a case is big, and you know how there's the normal people out there that treat the cases, in a respectful fashion, that sit there and try to harass people, get in contact with them, and some of it's just, I understand, like trying to talk to somebody and get them on your show and stuff like that. But then there's a difference between that and people getting verbal threats or, at the end of the day, most people are passive. And most people, all you have to do is say, boo, and it scares them. So when there's a case such as this Idaho case here, which is, just a huge case, obviously, covered by many. I'm not so against the fact that this stuff happens because people just can't play nice in the sandbox. There's a great bunch of creators out there that just want to provide people with the content as it comes along. They don't want to cause all this big controversy or try to harass people or threats through emails or whichever form. And at the end of the day, the defense attorney is going to play on that. But, honestly, if it was you that was sitting there that had to go to jury, or that you were a witness, on the witness list and stuff like that, I'm sure that that they're probably really happy that this is exactly the outcome of it. I would really just like to hear your guys' comments and thoughts on your feelings about this. Do you feel like the attorneys, whatever, or the defense is just playing it up? But, when you're in the true crime community, you know that this stuff does go on. It's that simple. There's your cuckoo clocks, right? And then there's just your normal, great human beings that, just like I said, like to provide information. What do you guys think about that as well? When it comes to the creators, what's your feelings on that? Because you guys, anyone that travels around to the different channels and stuff like that, the good majority of people, like I said, are just there, put out the content. And then there's always those bad apples in a pack that, that literally always have to ruin it for the rest of us. Anyways, doesn't matter. Like I said, is what it is. What will be, and we will see. Now, don't forget, you guys, that Aspen Connor, the co-host of It's a Crime and Shame, he has his channel called Aspen Connor. Please check out his channel as well, and please go subscribe over there. Also, you guys, there's Deb from Deb's True Crime Notebook. An amazing lady. Again, if you guys could go help her out and sub over there. Deb used to be on this channel here, and Deb's working on her own channel. And like I said, she's a great, awesome lady. So please go over to Deb's True Crime Notebook. Both of those links are in the description of. Also, you guys, if you have not checked out the latest video that I just dropped with Emma Bailey and Demetris Robinson and the Byran Kohberger indictment, etc. That one's filled with a bunch of stuff in there. Go check that out if you don't mind. And thank you again for watching this video. Please give this video a like and a share. And again, if you are not subscribed to this channel, please consider subscribing. Don't forget, we will see you on tonight's live at 9:30, and we'll have Dottie, that's Ray Hanish's mom. We'll have Ginger, that is Nicole Bowen's aunt, and this will be about Garrett Kurtz and the court date that happened today. Either way, we will be doing that live tonight at 9:30, so see you guys there.